Yes! Yes! Let's take a look at this, chat. So, Stalker has had an update then. 17, yeah, today. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl update 1.7 patch note. Stalkers! Stalkers! Welcome to the latest update for Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. Chernobyl. It's in Portuguese we say Chernobyl, so it's like Chernobyl. We're excited to bring you new enhancements and fixes to improve your journey through the zone. Below is the full list of changes. AI combat and mutants. Fixed an issue when Blind Dog corpse was standing idle after looting it during the Nightingale's hunt mission. Okay, just a fix. An issue with delayed reactions of the mutants when killing them by using shotgun? An issue, mutant body not following the direction of the shot. Mutant bodies were shaking and stretched excessively during death animation. No! This is half the fun! No! Fixed an issue when Tidal was becoming unresponsive if Skiff was knocked down by mutants and sitting near to a campfire. Fixed an issue where NPCs were spawning in front of the player in different locations. Yeah, I remember this happening to me, even on my brief playthrough of it. Fixed an issue when Poltergeist was able to spawn outside his lair near the DK energetic. Fixed an issue when game could freeze during the emission start. Issue when NPC near Pro Mid CMD was idle. Issue when zombies with PDA was missing near the Skinner flooded railway, so this probably broke a quest, I guess. Improved AI reaction to player hostile actions. That is a very general assessment, but I guess a lot is here. An issue that occasionally caused NPCs to spawn behind the player's back. Yeah, in front of you, behind you, on top of you would be funny at least. Oh, there's a video to watch too. We can watch it too. Let's take a look here at the text first, and we'll watch the video. Thank you for the link, Warner. Fix an issue to cause NPCs to occasionally move to the side after detecting an enemy. An issue when aliiiive NPCs didn't move after loading a save that were made on their way to the shelter. Okay. Fix an issue when some boar mutants could look like human NPCs near the Malachite, causing the game to crash. What? What? Fixed an issue when controller could attack zombified and raise NPCs. An issue with false clones which... My god, that's a lot of issues, man. When NPCs weren't reacting to the shots from Gauss rifle that were landed near them. I mean, I thought they just accepted death. Man, if somebody missed a Gauss rifle shot next to me, like, why am I gonna hide anywhere? It's a Gauss rifle. Isn't gonna pierce anything, like the wall and all? Just accept death. Or maybe just go and say hi, you know. Fix the issue when Poltergeist could be stuck in a bunker below the ribs in lesser zone regions. Sharp and noticeable transition for dead mutants. Adjusted combat behavior of bandits in prologue mission. Oh. Fix an issue when Poltergeist could appear in the A pose after death. Poltergeist had a lot of issues, huh? Issue when the NPCs could remember their previous priorities and ignorance parameters after their behavior was already reset. You can never lobotomize somebody completely. That's the lesson here, Chad. Take notes. Fix the issue when the NPCs weren't returning to their stay destination point after the sudden combat. Okay, so like going back to campfire or something. Issue when the random neutral stalkers were becoming the enemy to the player character. Yeah, it's not like the player character does anything wrong ever. Fix the issue where NPCs remained online. This how do you even, like, somebody must be too much of a do-gooder to never have stalkers attacking, then yeah, then that will happen to me probably. Fix an issue when NPCs remained online during combat while the player moved at an offline distance from them. Okay. Fix an issue that causes NPCs to disappear, get stuck inside each other. They're just hugging. Issue that causes NPCs to get stuck near the energetic pills of culture. Issue that causes NPCs to get stuck in weapon draw animation loop. I thought they were just being overly hostile to me, you know. Like they were flexing their muscles and showing me their guns. NPCs were unable to shoot the player after they get too close to them while crouched. Okay. They were stuck in surprise. Fixed an issue where mutants could change their position during jump midair. It's like the bunny hop in Half-Life. An issue where NPCs were not hiding from the emission and died from Zalicia location. Okay. Balance. Fix an issue when player was unable to install X8 scope to Mark 1 EMR rifle. Issue when magazine adapt. Thank God this song is not playing on the YouTube video because it would get mega claimed. Yeah, for YouTube, celebration song by Unwritten Law. If you like 2000 punk rock, just listen to it. It's cool. You're gonna like it. But the game gets mega claimed, so you're not gonna hear it. Let's continue. Not the kind of Stalker music though, but it's cool anyway. Add a new sprint type that activates when stamina is fully depleted. Oh. Added icons for partially looted stashes on the map. Oh, that's awesome. This is a lot of quality of life. Placed on the map some weapon attachments that were missing. Reworked bloodsucker stats and behavior of the flesh mutants during the prologue. Oh, the first one that appears on the bunker scene, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's that scene. Audio. Issue where a very loud sound effect of a running water cloud could be heard around the swamp area under Circa and around the swamp's region. Very specific. I wonder what caused this. Improved the voiceover clarity when talking too close to NPC. Tuned up the volume of the dialogues of Sergeant Matlov and Lieutenant Maya Strenko during Back to the Slag Heap mission. I don't think I reached that point. Added voice sound effect for Skiff during energy drink overdose state. Okay. Uh-huh. Carry on. Open world, level art and level design improvements. For Brain Scorcher location, STC Malachite, Kopachi, Cement Plant. Oh, look. Every location practically? Goddamn, this is a lot. The energy drink thing is a thing. Okay. Add a new light rainy weather. Fixed leaks, level R, no design, fixed issues with terrain textures. A lot of like minor issues, I'm guessing. So, chat, this is amazing, the amount of fixes. Awesome. But this is like one of the big updates. Cutscenes and animation, broken pistol shadow, issue with an animation on the left hand. So, chat, I'm not gonna read all the like things that don't affect the game fixes too much. So let's try and see the rest here. Game settings, menus, and UI. Oh boy, that's a lot of quality of life then. And fixes. Localization. Mainline and side missions. So things that break progress, I'm guessing. Holy cow! Or holy flash, I guess. Or boar. Optimization and bug fixes. Man, this is a gigantic list. Mod conflict detection and notification in game pop up with the list of conflicting mods. Ooh. Detail conflict dump. I am gonna enjoy this eventually. I feel like my future me is gonna love this. Selective download. Alright, Chad. So this is very technical and fixed and all that. Let's watch the video and see what's what. Update 1.7. No time, haven't heard from them, so that's is expected. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I prefer frequent updates to fixes and quality of life than bunch of updates every 6 months, I guess, but everybody got their way of doing stuff. Chat, let's watch this. Also, now I remember I have to activate the YouTube to save the audio, or to save the audio on the recording, otherwise you're not gonna hear anything from this. Alright, this is Game with Dave. Stalker 2 patch 1.7 update full breakdown reveal. Let's take a look at this.
calls again, and this time it's louder, stranger, and more alive than ever. Update 1.7, codenamed Expedition, isn't just a patch, it's a rebirth. GSC Game World didn't just fix bugs, they reshaped how the zone breathes, thinks, and kills. I've walked these cursed roads before, I know the rhythm, but after installing this update, it was like stepping into an entirely new world. Factions moved differently, storms rolled in more heavily, and the air itself felt dangerous. Every corner whispered change. From the overhauled aliiiive 2.0 system to the brutal new master difficulty.
I'll tell you something. This guy hyped this update 10 times more than reading that file did for me. So I hope it matches your hype, man.
To more intelligent mutants, reworked movement, and deeper survival economy. Expedition finally turned Stalker 2 into the game many of us dreamed it would be. The most significant change in Update 1.7 is literally under the surface. It's called aliiiive 2.0, the invisible system that keeps the zone alive. In the past, the world felt static. You clear a camp, walk away, and find it empty forever. Now the zone refuses to stay still. On the way to a certain...
So, I'm gonna pause just to say something. Like, this is what everybody expected Stalker 2 to be. And the fact that Stalker 2 was released not like this made everybody feel like it was an incomplete product. I wonder who pressured the release of Stalker 2 that early. Because if I feel like if this game had one more year to mature, it would have reached higher heights. That said, nowadays games don't die after they're released. They live long on, and Stalker is one of a famous one. But like the fact that Stalker 2 released in this state that didn't have a lot of what made modded classic Stalkers good was very disappointing for many people. So finally, the zone is alive! Alive.
Area of the map. For example, I saw a group pass by, and further down the road, I saw a dead bloodsucker after passing them. I spent time away from this area, leave, then go towards Alicia to find their bodies, and the things they looted included the bloodsucker tentacle. So aliiiive is now working as intended. I messed up early in October with a mod from S.T.A.L.K.E.R and apologize again for showing the mod early. It will not happen again, but it showed the 1.7 aliiiive in action being tracked. I plan to show aliiiive in more detail, and we'll track NPCs across the zone to see what happens to them over time. Make sure to subscribe to stay updated. I love this so much. It's starting to feel like the older titles, but we have a long way to go. When I left the Rookie Village, the road to Rostock was under the control of duty. A few hours later, Freedom had overrun the check.
Wait. This is Stalker 2? Oh shit, I recognize this place. I don't think I've reached this. This is the cordon, around the Rookie Village, but near the bridge, the railroad bridge. Oh shit, this is awesome.
Point. The very next morning, bandits were looting the corpses. That quiet road I used for fast travel was suddenly a front line. Territory control changes.
As I said, sorry for interrupting, but like I didn't play this much because I felt how incomplete it was, and I wanted to let it cook so I could experience it as it deserved to be, modded or not, you know. So maybe now I think I may like this.
Dynamically, as factions expand and collapse, patrols more independently of your story progress, and sometimes they even clash in real time as you pass by. You can intervene or walk away. Either choice leaves its mark, plus random NPCs now seem to help you out more on your travels. The zone does now feel so much more alive. Mutants are no longer random spawns, they have territories, behaviors, and grudges. I once stumbled across a group of bloodsuckers fighting off blind dogs for a feeding spot. Later, the same area was empty until night fell and the earth filled with howls again. They had reclaimed their territory. Mutants even back off if they know they no longer will win a fight. Packs migrate, predators defend nests, and scavengers appear after battles to feed on corpses. It's hauntingly organic, Sometimes the system breaks, resulting in duplicate corpses, misplaced loot, or PDAs spawning inside bodies. But even those quirks add to the illusion of a world that is constantly rewriting itself with or without you. This spawn trap in time repeats the same loop endlessly. It needs work in
It's
some
a
areas.
time loop.
The
It's a
zone
time
can just be
anomaly,
played
chat.
bonkers at times and too much.
He's
Then
caught
there's
in the Star
master
Trek thing.
difficulty, the most
Groundhog
unforgiving
Day.
version of the zone I've
Ground
ever
Board
faced.
Day.
This mode isn't designed to challenge you, it's designed to break you. Enemies hit harder, move smarter, and waste fewer shots. A bandit with a rusty AK can kill you in 2 bursts. A mutant pack will tear you apart
Yes.
before you reload. Even the smallest firefight forces you to think tactically about positioning, ammo, cover, and escape routes. Every mistake bleeds you dry. I remember sneaking through the burnt forest. I stepped into an anomaly, survived by a sliver, only to be finished by a mutant seconds later. An hour of progression gone in an instant. Traders charge outrageous prices, ammo and anti-rads are rare, weapons jam faster, and repair kits feel like gold. Every bullet has value, every meal is a calculated risk. After a long run, I once came back to camp with just a handful of flash drives, battered weapons, and a few thousand coupons worth of gold. It was almost nothing, but it felt like I survived a war. Here is where Master becomes pure cruelty. You can't save manually, the game auto-saves only when you leave a hub or complete a significant objective. One slot, one file, no safety net. When I died during a thunderstorm, struck by lightning while sprinting to cover, I realized I hadn't saved for nearly an hour. The zone took my progression without remorse. That's when I started backing up my saves manually outside the game. It's the only way to stay sane. We'll get back to the one slot, which for many testers caused issues with saving. Even safe zones aren't secure, NPCs die in raids, mutants attack, wipe out traders, and the balance of the world constantly shifts. You start to
I'll be fair, chat. Like, even in the first playthrough and all that, like, man, it's the zone is so unforgiving, man. You gotta have a rinse repeat mentality, a very heavy rinse repeat mentality to play Stalker in Iron mode. It's Iron Man mode. It's so difficult.
realize the zone stability is a myth and you're no longer safe anywhere. Still, when I finally reached the hub
Even more so because of the bullshit that happens, you know.
after surviving hours in the wild, the sense of relief was tangible. Every save felt like a breath of life. Not everyone can survive Master, and GSC are aware of this. That's why they introduced Expedition Mode. It retains the limited save system, but allows you to choose any difficulty. You'll still get that tense, immersive pacing, but without the constant fear of losing hours of progression. I switched to Expedition after burning out on Master, and it transformed my experience. I could explore freely, experiment with builds, and soak in the world without feeling punished. It's still intense, but it's fair. Once you pick it, though, you're locked in. No switching back. Every expedition is a new beginning. Additionally, there is a chance that your save file, even without mods, can become corrupted, as mine did. At the time I made the video, there was only one save file. It would be really risky to lose a 30-hour save later on. GSC has confirmed that they're looking into save files with master difficulty, and hopefully...
To be fair, I don't think this game is ready for Iron Man mode or anything of the sort. Like, even XCOM, when you play modded, the modern XCOMs, it's so risky to go Iron Man mode because things go wonky, man. This game still feels wonky to go something like that.
As this video goes live, we'll have multiple save slots as backups. Combat in 1.7 feels almost human. Enemies flank, retreat, and coordinate them.
What happened there? God damn it, I clicked wrong. Oh, chat, there was a sequence of mistakes. Shit.
Calls again.
No, where were we? Fudge. Oh, we were kind of here, right?
Additionally, there is a chance that your save file, even without mods, can become corrupted, as mine did. At the time I made the video, there was only one save file. It would be really risky to lose a 30-hour save later on. GSC has confirmed that they're looking into save files with master difficulty, and hopefully, as this video goes live, they'll have multiple save slots as backups. Combat in 1.7 feels almost human. Enemies flank, retreat, and coordinate their movements to gain an advantage.
That's
Snipers
a lot of people.
reposition if you close the distance, riflemen stay back and pin you down, or shotgun users rush
Jesus.
forward. One tried to flush me out with grenades while another flanked me from behind. It wasn't scripted, it was a survival instinct. And gunfights feel so much harder now, even on standard
I still feel like it's a little silly to simulate a war zone with people standing around in the open. Still.
modes, but the master is brutal. Stealth finally works the tall grass and darkness conceal movement, rain mask sound, and distant gunfire can draw enemies closer. But if you get too close, they'll spot you instantly and react fast. Mutants behave like predators, not mindless beasts. Bloodsuckers vanish in the dark, then reappear behind you. Boars charge with frightening speed, knocking you off balance. Even pseudo giants react to noise and line of sight. Once I
Get
faced
run
the
over,
flame
boy.
poltergeist in a cramped underground corridor. Every time I dodged his fireball, I accidentally grabbed a ladder and burned alive. I must have died 20 times before finally luring it away and escaping. Moments like that remind you the zone just doesn't want to take you out, it wants to play with you first. The new inventory turns survival into strategy. Every piece of armor now shows exact values for bullet resistance, anomaly protection, and radiation shielding. As your armor degrades, the stats fall, forcing you to maintain it constantly. No more guessing, no more false confidence. Artifacts have also moved in the UI. Their effects are more detailed. They also carry risks. The new radiation exposure bar shows precisely how much your gear is exposing you to, and once stacked too many powerful artifacts, my defenses skyrocketed, but so did my radiation. I spent the next hour chewing through my anti-rads just to stay alive. Even worse, radio protection artifacts don't actually block radiation, they just slow the rate of decay. It's a cruel illusion, and I learned it the hard way. Choosing what to carry has never been more critical. It's not about being overpowered anymore, it's about being prepared. Movement in Expedition is heavier, more realistic, and brutally honest. The new 2-stage sprint lets you push your limits, but the exhaustion that follows is severe. If you sprint too long, your vision narrows, your weapons sway, and your aim falters. Energy drinks can be beneficial, but excessive.
Son, stop! Stop. Get some help.
Consumption can lead to tremors and shortness of breath. It's a clever mechanic. The zone rewards moderation, not addiction. Some players complain that the stamina drains too quickly, especially since fast travel is not available unless you go to a guide. But to me, it makes every journey meaningful. Crossing the map now feels like an expedition, not a commute. 2 new anomalies shape the zone's personality. The first time I saw it, I froze. Water droplets floated upward in silence, hanging like glass beads, suspended in midair. It was mesmerizing and for once, not deadly, just hauntingly beautiful.
I
and
love
the map
this.
location is now on
Chat, I love non-threatening anomalies. I love it because it gives a sense that it's not everything in the world that kills you. This kind of thing creates mythology, new technology, like for the people that can just touch it and do something cool. I love non-hostile anomalies and things like that in these games.
But this is harmless. The second one is less forgiving, a shimmering haze that radiates invisible heat. Step too close and you'll hear a hiss through your screen fills with fire. It looks harmless until it kills you. The zone always keeps its humor and its cruelty, and again, the best location to check one out is on screen now. I am slightly underwhelmed with these two. Yes, the Steam one can be cool as you die with a death screen. They just look very basic, but hopefully, as patch 1.7 arrives, they have polished the visuals. Controller aiming finally feels natural. Aim assist no longer drags too aggressively. Instead, it smooths your tracking, letting you fine-tune precision shots. With a DualSense controller, anomalies will vibrate through the haptics, gunfire thuds through the triggers, and stop.
If you can, don't play a first-person game on the joystick. Make yourself a favor and play it on a PC if you're able to, please.
And pulses for your palms. Remember, these do not just benefit people on PS5. Plug a USB cable into your PC to get the same haptic feedback. I could not test in beta 1.7, but Molt confirmed that it should work for 1.7 launch. Full adaptive trigger and speaker support will arrive with the PlayStation 5 launch on November 20th, 2025. If the review is not available at the time the video is made due to the embargo dates, it'll be available soon. GSC kindly provided a review copy of the game on PS5. I'll give a detailed review when I can release the video, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated. Then there's immersive mode, a feature I didn't know I needed. With one button, the HUD vanishes, the screen becomes pure zone mist, rain, fog, and lightning. Combined with the new light raining
the Rookie
weather
Village
preset,
looks cool.
which is also new, it transforms exploration into a cinematic experience. I spent hours just walking, capturing screenshots, and listening to the hum of anomalies in the distance. Sometimes survival isn't the reward.
That's the immersion I want. I don't need to be shooting all the time. I want to feel alive in this world.
Beauty is. This would be great for future thumbnails. The only drawback I've noticed is a slight drop in performance. It seems slightly laggy, and this feature feels more suited for photos and video cinematic shots. But more testing is needed. But with a click of a button in the menu, you can switch modes. Even without the full Unreal Engine 5.5 update, the zone looks dramatically better. Lighting feels sharper, reflections are cleaner, and vegetation
Giants
is
is so
denser.
weird,
Lumen's global illumination gives the world depth. Shafts of light.
That guy has been isekai'd.
Pierce fog, shadows dance in the wind, and puddles shimmer with eerie detail. Of course, not everything
That guy too!
is perfect. I've seen trees floating mid-air, glitchy textures, entire forests appearing out of nowhere. We call it peak foliage, the zone's attempt at surreal art. Despite these quirks, performance is smoother than before. Frame drops still happen near significant A-Life battles, but for a game this massive, it's a small price to pay. The zone has never looked more real or more deadly. For all its brilliance, Expedition still carries scars. Save Corruption still haunts Master Mode. Some quest triggers don't fire. Stash notifications fail to appear. Poltergeist remain frustratingly tanky. FPS dips in dense areas, and DualSense speaker support is missing until launch for now. GSC has already announced hotfix 1.7.1, which focuses on improving save stability and quest progression.
So yeah, I had a lot of performance issues with this game. One of the reasons I stopped playing it too, because I tried to stream it too, and it sucked. I had the same problem with Elden Ring too. Yeah, but we'll see how it is now.
GSC are listening.
What GPU am I using? NVIDIA 4060. I don't remember. I think it's a 4060. I'm not sure though. I don't know if it's a TI 4060 Ti though. I swear to God, I built my PC with these bare hands. But I forget the specifics about it because I don't really care after I put it together. You know, I will only need to care again when I need to change a piece of it.
Feedback, manual saves at campfires, more standard options, better night visibility, and expanded hub interactions are some of the ideas I've seen among testers. As always, the modding community is already ahead of new A-Life tweaks. Realism packs and overhauls are in development. Plus, as mentioned, Shaytek's A-Life tracking mod. I look forward to reviewing this in more detail soon. On paper, 1.6 is a larger patch.
So this is the light drizzle, they said.
Difficulty and the significant changes to A-Life. I believe this is the best patch so far and really sets up the release on PS5, including the DLC and Unreal Engine update.
Man, this cursor drag, this crosshair drag here looks like aimbot.
Sets up the release on PS5.
Man, if you see somebody doing this on Counter-Strike on your replay camera, you better report this guy.
The DLC and Unreal Engine update.
Look at this drag! Jeez. Man.
Hopefully this year or in early 2026. Expedition isn't perfect, but it's alive. The zone is no longer a backdrop. It's a living, breathing organism that reacts to every choice. When I walk through the ruins after a storm, with the wind howling through dead trees and lightning crawling across the sky, you remember why I fell in love with this series in the first place. This update reclaims that old feeling of danger, wonder, and dread all tangled together. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you have any questions and consider subscribing for future Stalker updates.
Alright, Chad. That was Game with Dave. This is a good video. A A little 20% more dramatic than I usually like, but a good video to showcase what is new. I will give Stalker 2 a chance. I don't know how soon, but soon TM will be. This is on my radar now again. This is absolute. Like, it was on the drawer, waiting to be reviewed again. Now it's on my radar. I put on top of the counter now to take a look at it one day and pick it up. Yeah, I'm also kind of in the mood for a first-person shooter to play. So yeah, I like this. I like this.